Hi everyone! I hope this video all finds you well and healthy. I just wanted to come online and sort of verbally talk out some of the questions that I've had from both my grade 9 students and from a few of you in the class about sort of what this digital learning is all going to look like and us being at a distance and such. And hopefully give some clarity based on the clarity that I have. I don't really have a whole lot of it that you don't already from the Peel Families newsletter. If you don't have that in your inbox or if your parents didn't get it, I'm happy to attach that to Google Classroom. Just let me know. So first and foremost, I'd like to let you know that music is the class that you should be the least stressed about this semester. As is noted in the document there, the rest of this coursework is meant to boost your marks, not to harm your marks. So that being said, we will be doing no more theory this semester. Sorry to Miguel, who I know loves theory. But we're going to be doing a lot of history, not a whole lot of history, but whatever we've got left to cover. A lot of performance and a lot of music appreciation. So stuff that we've already been doing in class, minus the super crazy like testing for them and essays and projects and such like that. So everything will be a work at your own pace type of schedule as we go through this. So oftentimes I will give you, so this whole process is going to be really all project based. So it won't be ever like do a worksheet and hand it in by this time, do this, hand it in by this time. Like you won't have anything that's due daily because realistically you have 3 hours that you're spending per week per course. So that gives each teacher 36 minutes of instruction per day. So what I'm hoping to do is give you sort of like larger groupings for assignments so that you're able to take a couple of days to complete those assignments or those like performance tasks or whatever that may be, and then move forward from that point. So for example, you'll see that today on Monday, April the 6th, you're going to have a music appreciation assignment posted. That's reflective of what you've noticed so far and what you've been learning and what you've been listening to, stuff like that. So that will be due. I'm going to have you do that, like a little paperwork to fill out for that, and then also a performance video that'll be due for tomorrow. So that should encompass 36 minutes times 2 days. So you're looking at 72 minutes for those days, which is really essentially one period of a class. Of course, if we need more time, definitely let me know. I'm happy to post questions and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll video conference as well on Tuesday to talk about all of this. If you guys still have questions, I'm so happy to answer them for you based on the knowledge that I have for you. So it'll be all work at your own pace. Most of the things that we do, it'll be something that's posted on Monday that's due by Friday. Or for example, let's say this week we have Good Friday coming up this Friday, so all of our work will be due by Thursday. Again, it doesn't have to be work that's submitted necessarily. So for example, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm going to post for you a refresher lecture on the Romantic era music history that we've been doing so far. So that'll be me doing it through an app called Loom or through Zoom, whatever works for everybody. And I'll video record it and make sure to post that online with my explanations as I go through. And I'll highlight the important information for you to know and for you to understand. But again, we won't be tested on that. It'll be all project-based learning. So I'm trying to create as many artistic and creative projects as I can for these units so that they're not stressful for you. They won't be tests. They won't be essays. It'll be very much choose your own adventure. So if you'd like to write an essay, if you'd like to write a journal article or something like that along those lines, that's totally fine. But if you're feeling more inclined into something more artistic, perhaps like writing a song or creating a piece of artwork or a poem or whatever that may be, that encompasses all of the rules of the assignment and all of the guidelines, then I'm so happy with that too. So we're going to be using a lot of our own creativity throughout the rest of the semester to cover what we need to still without feeling stressed. This is the goal. We're not feeling stressed. A lot of our families and friends may be dealing with the COVID-19 virus, and we don't want to continue to have this looming of negative news media that we're hearing every day constantly, on top of stressed parents who are going to work, maybe who are not going to work because they are non-essential workers, or maybe they are essential workers and are overworked. So we're being very, very mindful of every person's at-home life and trying to be as positive and as caring and as inclusive as possible. So once again, if you ever need anything more that I'm not providing for you, please let me know. Send me an email, send me a text, give me a Zoom call, whatever you want to do. I'm so happy to listen, and I always want to be helpful in the best way that I can. So I've got my little checklist here that I'm checking off on. So we've got work at your own pace here. I have kind of chatted already about Microsoft Teams. That doesn't seem to be working for a lot of people. So the idea here is that we're not doing video conferencing. So video conferencing provides a privacy issue, of course, for everybody involved. So I'm super more than happy to show you the back of my spare dining room over here. Totally fine by me. However, I don't necessarily need to be seeing into your homes. So when we are conferencing as a group, as a class, whenever we can, if we all can, that's totally fine too. I'm also going to record all the conferences that we do have. So for those of us that are unable to make it at those times or don't have strong internet connection or whatever that may be, you will have that recording or that video posted as well in Google Classroom for you to access. So whenever we do have calls, let's say on either Zoom or Google Hangouts, because I think Zoom might be the most popular option for us because Microsoft Teams is not really working out, even though Peel does support it. But we'll go from there. We are going to turn all of our videos off. So I'm going to ask that you have your videos off and perhaps even your microphones off unless you have something that you want to say or you have a question or whatnot. In Zoom, there's also the chat option, which we can definitely be using as well if there are questions that pop up as we go through information or lectures or whatever that may be. Please feel free to come in your pajamas. That's amazing. I'm probably going to come in like a sweater and leggings every day, so that's great. And just it's a work at home environment here. We're going to try to make the best of it and just be as comfy as possible so that we can rest our minds, hearts, and souls in terms of learning and being ready and most comfortable to do what we can in our most comfortable environments always. So that's that. We'll figure out what our audio conferencing method will be. We can even do like a group FaceTime call, but I think a few of us have Androids in the class, so that might not work as well. But we'll figure it out. So with things like Zoom or Google Hangouts, I need to double check for Zoom. I think there is a video call option for Zoom. Or sorry, a phone call, like a call-in option for Zoom. I know there is for sure for Microsoft Teams, but we'll double check that for Zoom and we'll figure that out as we go. So we will chat more about that today. Your answers for those questions are due by 3 p.m. So make sure that you have those questions answered and then we can hopefully have a group audio conference tomorrow at a set time. The one hopefully that's most popular in the group selection there. So there's that one. As I give video lectures and video calls for conferencing and whatever, I do have 3 animals in the house plus 3 other people living here. So you're definitely going to see some cat action because she just jumps and like rubs on everything. So Nori's going to make an appearance. You'll definitely hear dogs barking depending on where I am in the house. You may even see the dogs. So that'll be a fun little animal interruption for you. So just bear with me in that sense there as well. I won't necessarily always have quiet throughout the day because the dogs are a little cray-cray, and my cat is needy when she wants to be. So we'll see what she feels like and when she feels like showing up. She was here a moment ago and now she's gone, so we'll see what happens. Okay, awesome. So for any lectures or lessons that I need to give, so for example, when I upload a video for the Romantic Era, let's say you can't find it on Google Classroom for some strange reason, you can't find the link anymore. It's all going to be under my personal YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel, I will post a link for that, and then you can find all the videos under there. It's not like I don't have anything on that YouTube channel except for voice parts for Fanfare and for Bella Voce. Like it's not very exciting. But I can't it won't let me create a YouTube channel under the PDSB email that I have, which is a Gmail attachment. So we're just going to use my Gmail one for right now. I'll try it again this morning. I'm recording this on Sunday night, so I'll try it again Monday morning and see what I can do and if it's going to work. If not, then we're going to use a personal channel and that's totally fine, but we won't need to deal with that until after Tuesday for sure. So if you ever lose any lessons or want to revisit lessons and just for some reason can't find the link on Google Classroom or it's too much to manage and too confusing to figure out, I'm going to create little tabs and folders and organize my YouTube channel as well in terms of creating lessons for you guys for the grade 12, and hopefully I can organize those in terms of like history or like Romantic Era, post-romantic, perform and stuff like that. And then as well I'll have a section for my grade 9 French kids too because I'll have to give them some lessons and lectures too. So it'll be on that YouTube channel. I'll post that link or I'll give you the handle. I'm pretty sure I'm like undiscoverable or unlisted or whatever the term is. So, and we're going to keep it that way. So that's what we're going to do for that. But I'll give you guys all the access that you need. Oh, I hear some cats crunching. Okay. All assignments and all work that is due will be handed in through Google Classroom. So I'm going to post everything on there. I'm figuring out what's the best way to organize all of our learning topics. So I think for right now, we do already have a performance task. We have a masteries section as well, a topic as well. Masteries are still fair game. Those are going to be handed into by the end of the semester. And then anything that we do, so for example, music appreciation, I think I might make it just a topic that's music appreciation. Everything will have the due date on it. So for example, if it says like, if I post it tomorrow, let's say I'll post a music appreciation thing tomorrow, it'll be due on Tuesday evening. So it'll say music appreciation - Monday, April 6th. But as you go onto Classroom, at the beginning, the stream section there, on the left-hand side, you have a box that says like upcoming due dates or upcoming events. In that box, you can see when things are due, what is due, when is due, when it is due, where to submit it, stuff like that. So that will be a great way to keep track of what assignments or what tasks are due for our course. We very likely will only have one, maximum two due a week. So for Tuesday, I'm going to ask you to do a little performance recording, and then submit that as a video under the performance section, as well as, or actually submit 2 attachments to the one Google Classroom assignment. So the doc assignment or the doc attachment plus your video recording of the song that you've chosen, and that'll all be explained to you in the doc there. And I'm happy to record that again for you, or put another video up for you if you need it, or we can talk about it on Tuesday, whatever that may be. So you're going to submit all of your things on Google Classroom so I can keep track of it all on there. And then all of your marks will be updated through Google Classroom and D2L. So you currently have an updated D2L mark, that is your final mark. So I've selected the button that's going to keep that mark updated throughout the entire semester. So regardless of what I put on there, it'll always be an accurate update. So all of your marks are accurately updated with 3 assessments. So with the mini 5-7 quiz prior to inversions, the inversion 5-7 quiz, the final one, and then your Amarilli, that's your third one. Pianist, your Amarilli has a different mark in there, so look to the feedback section of the D2L for your piano rubric mark, and then you can manipulate it like that. So that is that. Then, so that's everything's on Google Classroom there. Left hand is going to tell you what's upcoming that's due, and what I've posted will be new on the stream, will be the fresh from the top on the stream. As I've mentioned, we're going to do lots of performance for the rest of the semester, some music history. We've got 2 topics left to cover. We're already sort of halfway through romantic, but they're really fun. So romantic music and the romantic era is beautiful. It's when things start to get really emotional and really elongated, and we can really like touch into our feels. So romantic era will super help with the music appreciation as well. And then we're going to dive into opera, which is going to be really fun, and post-romantic and 20th century music, which is really the beginnings of jazz and sort of how pop music has developed today. So it's all really relevant and really fun and lighthearted. And then I've created some fun culminating tasks. Speaking of culminating tasks, exams, we're not quite sure what exams are going to look like, especially because you have the performance aspect. So my guess here is that pianist, what I'd like to ask you to do is we're going to start off with trois jours. We're still going to test that. However, it'll now be submitted via recording. So pianist, I'm going to ask you if you can to either record a video of yourself or a voice memo that can be turned into an MP3 and post those on Google Classroom. Singers, you already have lists of who your trois jours accompanists are on Google Classroom. So you're going to take a look at that recording and you're going to sing along with it. I will provide a due date for you. It'll probably be by the end of next week to give me a recording of you so that you can play the piano track along on your phone, on your laptop, whatever that may be, and then film yourself singing along to it. So that will be your trois jours assessment. That's also how I'm assuming that exams are going to go. So I will give you the one, Vagaluna will be a recorded accompaniment for you, and then also the pianists are going to prepare the second Après le rêve. That's going to be their accompanist piece for you. So that pianist, I know it's a little bit faster than you have anticipated to be assessed for that, but it's unfortunately sort of under the circumstances that we're having to work with here. So just try your best and we'll figure that out. If you need music for that still and you don't have your performance packages with you, I'm happy to post those on Google Classroom again when the time comes, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So So that's that. And then there are 10% of the theory exam that we would usually have is just going to be one big culminating project. So I've already created what I want our culminating project to look like for the voice class. I think because we've done a lot of social justice and empathy work throughout the year, I think ours might look a touch different than the other two classes, although I have shared it and Mr. Moon and Mr. Peterson might very well use them as well. So just stay tuned and we're going to navigate this together. As of right now, teachers are set to be back at work on May 1st and students back May 4th. I want to say that I'm hopeful that will happen. However, unfortunately, COVID-19 just seems to be taking a huge step in terms of how infectious it is and how quickly it's spreading. So I'm not entirely sure that we'll have it all under wraps in about a month. So unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to be the, how we see each other until the end of June or how this all works. I'm hoping not. However, I think that that's looking like a bit of a grim hope. But we're going to keep our heads held high and our positive hearts and minds open and hope for the best always and just see where that takes us. So that's really all the information that I have for you for right now. Take a look through the music appreciation assignment for today and it'll be due tomorrow. So you have some time to think about it and to practice. What I would recommend is to do the actual written part today, Monday, April 6th, and to do your recording or your performance aspect on Tuesday, April the 7th, and have that due there. So there's your 36 minutes of your research for today, and then your 36 minutes of your performance and your practice and your recording and whatnot for Tuesday, April the 7th. So there you go. And hopefully we can all meet up tomorrow on Zoom or on Google Hangouts and discuss any further questions that you may have and any further information that I may get as of tomorrow, because we're on a Sunday right now. We don't have any new information as of Friday. So let me know, write down any questions that you might have, and let me know how I can help you or answer those for you in any upcoming audio conferences or Google Classroom talks or email talks or text talks or whatever that may be. Yeah, so please let me know how I can help you out and what we can do to make this a really easy cruise through the rest of the semester course for music. It won't be super history heavy. It won't be super theory heavy. We're not doing any more theory for the rest of the semester. So we're just going to do some history, but it'll be light history that's really applicable to current lives. So keep posted to Google Classroom. I will post our meeting time later today. So all of your questions and answers are due by 3 p.m. for the type of audio conference interface you'd like to use, and then as well as the time that you'd like to meet at on Tuesday. If you're unable to make that meeting again, I'm going to record it, so don't worry about that. Take your time and always let me know if you need anything that I am not already providing for you. So let me know whatever you might need. I hope we all get to see each other soon, maybe even just virtually, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your first day of virtual distance learning, and we are going to go through this together and navigate through it together. So don't stress. This is new for both of us, and it's not going to be anything that's absolutely drilling or tiring or exhausting for you, because we just need to get through it together, and teachers and students are learning along the same lines because we're both new to this experience completely. So we'll go from there. Awesome. Have a great day, everybody, and I will post again soon. See you later. Bye, guys.